MLB Network has baseball coming your way from the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Ought to be a good one here between the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Mets. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business, two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
It's Interleague Baseball, next on MLB Network. Jacob deGrom, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, when you
have pitchers, that's the guy I don't want to face.
Solid for a starting pitcher. This is your kind of guy. Career ERA under 3. Just knows how to get it done. Controls the running game, limits the amount of damage, and more importantly, he knows how to win. And that's why it's going to be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
So here is George Springer, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch on the way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway.
Just knows how to get it done. Controls the running game, limits the amount of damage, and more importantly, he knows how to win. And that's why it's going to be fun to watch him work on this one here today.
So here is George Springer, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man this afternoon, 2-0 now. Very nice afternoon, high skies, and 77 degrees at game time. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts.
Great job by the pitcher right there to put him in the proverbial rocking chair. Slowed him down, sped him up, slowed him down. Let's see where he's going now.
Through that fastball.
This is why you pay the price of admission right here. Power on power. My money's on the pitcher.
Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup.
I know he fouled that pitch off right there, but he was definitely out in front. He was cheating to a heater, no question about it.
Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ballgame.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box now, Marcus Semien, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes to net.
Hendrickson, eh? The Cubbies. Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
Into the box now, Marcus Semien, and it's fouled away.
Hendrickson, eh? The Cubbies.
Bases are empty, one man out. Back up the
Right hole.
And that'll find
How's
its
that?
way into center field for a one-out hit.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
Into the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as he looks
Right
at
at
the
the knees.
fastball that's in there for strike one.
Okay, 1 sec.
He's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Roy, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got it.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Okay, just a second.
And prior to the first pitch, you'll look to first. Back in standing.
How's that?
you will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
Is that a little better?
The 1-0. And he fouls this one off.
2 miles an hour.
Simeon, the runner at first with 2 gone. Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
How's that? Oh, no way. That wasn't a friggin' strike.
You gotta be kidding me with the side retired.
I agree with Bichette there. No strike.
Now the Mets 1-2 count. Robbie Ray, a southpaw from Tennessee.
All right, Cy Young Ray. Let's go.
What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, this guy has a good repertoire of pitches, and he throws
Can you hear him
also
now?
a knuckle curveball. One guy comes to mind, Mike Mussina, former Oriole and Yankee pitcher, had a real good knuckle curve. It's not an easy pitch to learn, and what's more difficult, it's a difficult pitch for umpires to call strikes, and that's why we don't see a lot of pitchers using it today.
Okay, just a second. How's that?
The windup and the 0-1. Line to the right side. And a base hit. So the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Batting second, the center fielder, Brandon.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nemo. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Very well could have been a hit-run attempt.
Is that better?
Kind of have to make contact.
Can you guys let me know if the sound's better from the announcers online, please?
Was hung out to dry at second.
I'm trying to adjust the volume of the sound so you guys can hear it all right.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nemo. Offered at and missed. Hit on the ground to short. Bichette gathers it in. Throw gets him. 2 down. For the moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. What's going to be the key for him today, Mark?
Matty, this is going to be a fun lineup for me to watch. I get fired up watching these guys because they all have a plan. It
No, I
works
got
for
one
them.
window
They
open.
follow the scouting reports. They grind it out in the video room. I'm interested to see what they've come up with.
Next up for New York, Francisco Lindor. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball.
Everything sounds
That is
underwater.
bringing
Yeah.
93 that
I
time.
don't know how to fix it. So when you say like, does it sound muzzled done? Like, does it sound muzzled? Man, I wish I knew how to fix this. Like, are you talking about the announcer sounds underwater?
Here with the bases open and 2 away. And he'll take strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
2 out, nobody on.
Like, are you talking about the announcer sounds
Sears down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Man, I wish I knew how to fix it.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound.
Down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul, still 0-2. Sears down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Let's see if I just take a little bit off that.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Line drive to center field. Springer gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. Mets go down quickly, and this is still a 0-0 ball game.
You sound like you're talking through a stadium echo system as opposed to your regular video posting. Yeah.
Teoscar
wish I knew how to
Hernandez
fix
digging
this.
in now. First pitch on its way.
It's throwing me off my game now. I can't even concentrate on the game because I'm trying to get the sound right.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
When
You
I
sound
broke
like you're
into the
talking
league,
through a
not many
stadium
guys were throwing
ecosystem
that
as
elevated
opposed to your
fastball
regular
with that
video
much
post.
velocity on it. The game has changed.
Swung on and missed.
I'm all over the place.
Really fooled him that time.
See, the sound is throwing me right off. I
This
can't even
looks
concentrate.
electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Alejandro Kirk is in with one away now as he swings and misses.
Man, I
here
wish I
at
could
strike
hear this.
one.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work a big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. That slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
A 1-2 count to the Blue Jays signal caller.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Well, he's really rolling on the mound right now. All you have to do is look at the last 4 hitters for evidence. All 4 of them have gone down on strikes, as you're seeing here. That's not easy to do, so you know he's got to be pretty dialed in out there.
So now to the plate, Cory Dickerson. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. This one's flared toward left center. Lindor is calling for it. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. Blue Jays go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Pete Alonso. And the pitch. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. He's got it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
All right, guys, time for a look at how the Toronto Blue Jays set up on defense today. And can we focus on George Springer, one of the more dynamic outfielders in our sport? He will leave his feet. He's got a cannon for an arm, not afraid to dive in and say hi to the fans if a ball's going near there, too. Do not test this guy's arm.
In now, Michael Conforto. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. The 1-0 home. A bouncer to the left side. He's right there. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Here's Javier Baez. Lifetime numbers against Robbie Ray. 2 hits in 7 tries. He also has 1 home run. First pitch of the AB now. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. The Windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. Top of the third set to get underway, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Santiago Espinal. First pitch on its way.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Robbie Ray.
So one away in the Toronto third. And next to bat, it'll be the pitcher, Robbie Ray. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
And he tries to bunt here, but this is going to be foul, so that's a costly out number 2. And now, George Springer looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Here it comes. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
Third inning, no score to this point. Fouled away. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Bottom of the third now, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil.
The left fielder, number 6.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
How's the sound now? Does it sound better, guys?
0-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And that's out number 1.
I know I just checked it on my phone, and there's no more of that hissing. It sounds a little bit better, but I don't know if you guys are hearing the announcer nice and clear. I know earlier somebody said it was as if we were like, there was an echo or it was like underwater. Is it still like that? How's the sound now? Does it sound better, guys?
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
I know I just checked it on my phone, and there's no more of that hissing.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score.
I know earlier somebody said it was as if we were like,
and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
I know we want to focus on the offense and how bad they've been so far, but can we give some love to the pitcher? He has had these guys in the rocking chair all day.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Batting ninth.
Next for the Mets, Jacob deGrom. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
They'll be walking a pitcher there.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Count even at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled off.
So I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Down in order go the Mets. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Back with Mark DeRosa and
Can you guys hear the announcers? Is it still echoey out there?
Product Marcus Semien is the first to bat in the inning. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Marcus Semien will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70.
Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Yeah, and when the ball left the bat, you figured it was a routine out, but that's how quickly things can change. As it stands, there's a runner on second base and a base hit away from coming home.
To the plate now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike two.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And he struck him out. And that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Under 2 miles an hour pitch.
Strikeout on the fastball. Not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And folks, that is not a misprint. He's been clocked at over 100 miles an hour so far. My goodness. Bo Bichette is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0. Now it's 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Now the 2-0.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
You sound better. Just seems to have a delayed echo that is coming through multiple on the delay.
A 3-0 is taken, strike one.
Better. It just seems to have
I
a
still
delayed
believe in my
echo
heart the
that is
best pitch
coming
is
through
a well-executed
multiple times
fastball
on the
down and away, and that's
Where?
exactly what that is.
Source, though?
He
What
swings
source
at that,
is
that's off the end of
the
the
echo
bat.
coming
That's
from?
not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
The 3-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. At the plate now is Teoscar Hernandez.
See, when I put it on my phone,
Scoring
it sounds
position
really good
with
off the
2
phone. For some reason, on the computer, it's not the same.
He's set. Here it comes. A ball and a strike.
I love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
And that misses. 2-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
That's what you call a challenge fastball right there, boys. I don't know if he was necessarily trying to miss up in the zone like he did, but he got away with it right there and put the fastball by him.
The 2-2 pitch. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide at first.
This has 1-0 written all over it.
So a full count now.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3 and 2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
The payoff pitch. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ballgame, and the inning is over. 1 left for Toronto. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Back to the top of the order now, and the switch hitter Jonathan VR will be the next to bat. And he lays off there, 1-0. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. A shot down the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And another foul ball. Here's another 1-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Now 1 down with the bases empty, and ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nemo. First pitch of the AB now. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Up next to the bat, the shortstop, Francisco.
And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. First pitch on the way. Chopped at the plate. That's a foul ball.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1, 2, 3 through 4. Still tied, nothing. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their
Standing in now, Cory Dickerson. He swings and lines it to left. There to make the catch is McNeil, and there's one away.
The third baseman, Santiago Espinal.
Digging in will be Santiago Espinal. He bounced out last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. It's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
The 1-0 finds the zone, strike one. And it's 1-2.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first two pitches, anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
So here now is the pitcher. Robbie Ray comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the AB on its way. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
The 0-1 on its way. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. Kirk at second, Espinal at first, 1 gone. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes his pitches. That was a 3-pitch strikeout. And with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. George Springer is in for the 3rd time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays' leadoff batter. The set and the 2-1. Late that time for a strike.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
There he goes. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ballgame, and that'll end the inning. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And now the first pitch. Tries to hold up, but did he do so in time? No, says Joe McDonald. It's strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High in the air down the right field line. Hernandez is in pursuit. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
right fielder, number 30.
So one down, no one aboard. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. Too low, 1-0.
That's back-to-back sliders on the outside part of the plate. Now would be a good time to come in with that good hard stuff inside.
And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
2-1 the count. Into the windup and the pitch. To 2-2 now. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. No runs, just one hit, one error in the game for the Mets thus far. Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are two away.
Now batting, second baseman.
So the bases are empty with two gone now. And into bat next, the versatile weapon Javier Baez. First pitch on its way.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking his zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
Waiting on it is Hernandez. In the corner, he pulls it down, and that'll be the end of the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Sixth inning coming up. Still zip, zip. New inning set to get underway, and set to go is the second baseman, Marcus Semien.
I know we're not seeing a lot of offense in this one, but there's still some game left. I'm looking to see these guys, both offenses, make some notable adjustments at the dish and try and scratch a few runs across.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
This game has 1-0 written all over it.
One out now in the Toronto sixth inning, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. settles in at the plate. First offering.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in a 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
A 2-1 count to the Blue Jays first baseman. Two balls and two strikes now. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball three.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. Swung on and missed, strike three.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Bo Bichette is in with two away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. High in the air down the right field line. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. We are still scoreless. Striding in is Jeff McNeil. He'll be the first to the plate for the Mets in their half of the sixth.
Number 6.
Here it comes. Ball low as he's able to lay off the slider. Two balls and a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
3-1 to the Mets left fielder.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Lifted down the line in left. And it's a foul ball. Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Into the box, James McCann. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Struck out in his first at-bat. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will get foul for strike 2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Dan, are you even concerned about that? You've been pitching out of a wind-up ball game, and now you have to go to the stretch.
It can be a concern sometimes, but you try to, in between starts, to make sure that you throw enough pitches out of the stretch, and he's been out of the windup most of the game, so we'll see how he reacts here after this base hit.
At the plate, Jacob deGrom. He grounds it sharply to third. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. That's how you roll it. 5-4-3. A double play sends us to break. On to the back third here this afternoon, and we'll have it for you next on MLB Network. I get it.
See how he reacts.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Gets ahead of him here as he got him to swing over the top of this one.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Grounded back up the middle. Reined in. And, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
Boy, this is an absolute gift to them, especially when they've had so much trouble getting anybody on base. So now the leadoff hitter is aboard and might be looking to run. They've got to do whatever they can to get some offense going.
Alejandro Kirk is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Tough to do much with that one, a swing and a miss.
Yeah, he's got these hitters in the proverbial rocking chair right here, pushing the throttle and pulling it. Nice change of speed.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out. Next to dig in, Cory Dickerson. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Now he'll try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single. At the plate now, Santiago Espinal. He swings and grounds it to short. To second for 1. On to first, and it's double play, though that first run of the ball game is across to score.
Hey, base is loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he
got that
does.
hit in before Ray got on deck.
Scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. No balls and 1 strike.
What a hack. Okay, what a hack.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. Blue Jays forced to settle for just the one. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the seventh. Get up and stretch. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Mets nothing. Misses 1 and 2.
Leading up for the Mets, third baseman, Jonathan.
Here's the first pitch. Jonathan Villar is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Popped him up. Simeon is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 9.
Ready now is Brandon Nemo, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch on the way.
You can tell this guy's got great feel for all his stuff right now. To break out that nasty hammer right there, this guy's on point.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
The 7th inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1 and 2.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. There's strike 2 as the slider hits the outside corner.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Mets go down 1-2. Seth Lugo has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Finally got the grub out of there.
Here's George Springer. Past matchups against Seth Lugo. He's 2 for 3. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder giving chase. He's there and records the first out. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Well, this is one of those as a pitcher where you don't get rewarded for pitching well. He threw the ball great in this one. Didn't get much run support. He's in line for the loss, and he deserves a much better fate. He threw the ball pretty well in this one.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. One out, nobody on. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Right fielder is on the run, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Next up, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Here comes the 1-0. Slider, but that's below the knees, and it's 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Look out as this bat shatters on
Looking back.
over to first, and that retires the side.
Hey, gave him the green light.
1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays, but they're up 1-0. So here's the cleanup hitter. Pete Alonso flew out last time up. First delivery to him.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order.
Get a lefty and a righty going.
And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
The right fielder, number 30.
That was pretty close. Warning track. Hey,
Porto.
had to do a double take there. 72
Next
pitches,
it'll
though.
be Michael
You know
Conforto.
what?
He comes
might
in
go to
0 for
distance.
2 thus far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Espinal
I like that.
over
2
to his
pitches,
left.
2 outs.
He's got it, and there are 2 down now. So next to hit is Javier Baez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And now the first pitch. Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. And what an effort on the running
3
play
pitches,
to
3 outs,
end the
like that.
inning. Quick work there as the Mets are down on 4 pitches. They trail this one 1-0.
Okay, you asked for it. About to go.
And now the Toronto number 4 hitter, Bo Bichette, due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. On the ground, a second for Baez. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Now now to the plate to Oscar Hernandez, who came around to score last time after reaching on an error. Here's the first pitch.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And the catch is made there, 2 gone here in the ninth. So now into the box is Alejandro Kirk, singled in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Nemo. And that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Nothing further in the Toronto ninth. Last chance coming up for the Mets. They trail here 1-0.
How do you get on your PC? You got to go through well the Xbox,
Dominic
and then
Smith will pinch hit here,
you got to
and he's
sync
the
it with your
potential tying run.
Xbox, and then on your PC you download the app, and then it'll allow you to in the right hand corner connect to your console, and that way.
First pitch of the AB on its way. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball.
Yeah, you got to go from your PC to your console, but you need to download the app. I got Windows 11, so.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I don't know if that makes a difference.
Man, this dude is
Mac
locked
or
in on
Windows?
the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Cy Young
Boy,
form
he's just
for
been
Robbie Ray.
setting him up and knocking him down all afternoon. We've seen a lot of punch-outs from him where he didn't get much
Big side
resistance.
slider, 5
3
innings,
pitches
spin
right
rate.
there, and see you later.
Man, look at this. Hey, next gen stats.
So now to the plate, James McCann.
I hope it works.
And on the
Hope it
first
works out for
pitch,
you,
he
Bryson.
grounds foul. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Took me a while to get it going, though. Wasn't easy. Oh,
Bouncer
right
up
up
the
the middle.
And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit. And if your mind wanders toward what's left on the bench, there you get a look at what the Mets have remaining to choose
It's
from.
going to get a little hairy now.
Luis Guillorme is at the plate as he watches ball 1. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. That evens it up 1-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Jonathan Villar. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
9 innings,
Yeah,
82
man, they
pitches.
just haven't
Pretty
had
good.
any answer for the great pitching so far this one.
He's set and the pitch.
You always want to start off with 1-0.
Here comes the
Paint that
0-1.
corner.
Off the plate, 1
Good,
ball,
bit
1
outside.
strike. McCann is off of first with 2 away. Lays off the slider that time, 2-1. And he misses again, ball 3.
Oh, like that.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
This is on the ground over to first. Oh,
Come on,
just a
Vladdy.
brutal hop, and it goes right by him. So here's Nemo. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change.
Making this one interesting.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
And that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. He's safe at the plate. And we are
to the bullpen. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Bottom of the ninth.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up.
I'm not taking my chances now.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11.
Especially when you're kind
Should have went to that bullpen earlier. All right, Nate. Let's go.
Here comes a Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave with a couple of runners aboard that are his responsibility, meaning he'd be happy to get out of here with a no decision. The 0-1. And there's ball one. One and two now as that one's fouled off.
Man, I thought Robbie Ray could get him a whole full 9.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. After it is Dickerson. He's got it as the winning run is stranded
let's
to
play some
end
extra.
the inning. So this game will not end here in the bottom of the ninth as they push across the equalizer, and we're right back where we started from. Dominic Smith will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Carlos Carrasco takes the mound as he'll be... We are into extra innings, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Cory Dickerson. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard, up the middle, and that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning. He's in there at the plate, and they've jumped ahead here in the 10th.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Row. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your
Go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning.
emotions down, take the crowd?
And they've jumped ahead here in the 10th.
Boy, those have
Out of it and slow yourself down enough to come through, and that's exactly what he did.
And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip
Ball with eyes on the top of the second inning.
away far enough for the runner to advance. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. High dirt. But it won't ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Dickerson rounds the corner and is headed home. Now the relay home, and not in time as the run scores.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for Atlanta.
And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center.
Boom, busted open.
And it's gone. George Springer puts 2 on the board with that home run as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Man, that's not very nice. You come in from the bullpen and you get greeted with a bomb. He's going to have to hit the reset button pronto.
To the plate now, Marcus Semien. As he'll come up empty that time on a sinker at strike 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. 0-1 count and the pitch. Lifted into center field. Waiting on it is Nemo. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And now in the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's 0 for 7. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. 4 runs here in this half inning. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
And he misses there, 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. And he strikes him out here for out number 3, but the damage has been done as now they'll need some extra in getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Jordan Romano takes the mound here. Not a save situation, of course, because of the big lead, but he'll try to finish it out nonetheless. Ready for the bottom of the 10th here, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. And that misses for ball 1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
The 1-1. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. The 1-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Michael Conforto comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, that's a nasty breaking ball right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the corner. As they say, that's a Hall of Fame pitch.
Left side, but well foul. Lindor, the runner at second with 1 away. And it's another K. So back-to-back strikeout victims to start this relief outing. And that brings up Javier Baez.
Second baseman, Javier.
And now the first pitch.
Baez.
In there, 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
The Mets down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
5-1, the final total in today's game. Nate Pearson is credited with the win. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Que mi tiempo me vale dinero, no te asustes si te enseño todos los ceros. La vida me bendijo porque me mero. Soy mi jefe, suba por lo que yo quiero. Que arriba no llegan, tú sabes que aquí es real. Me vengo a afrontar, pregúntale al banquero, son 3 melones semanal. No existe quien me va a parar, se juntaron todos para quererme frenar. Saludos en la federal. yo. Siempre por chela se trevo el Rolls Royce. El bote parqueado en San Roy.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Blue Jays, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Mets, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors. They left 4 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.